Welcome to our channel. Today we will share the story of a young girl who is courted by her mother's boyfriend. Join us as our main character shares her story. Hello, my name is Emma. I am 19. I feel lost and can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I will tell you about my story. My parents separated when I was small. I would see my father every week. My mother was annoyed by my spending time with my father. She would get upset every time I would see my dad and would make a fuss. My parents were like enemies, thus my mother disapproved of my closeness to him. My mother is a civil servant. She is a very meticulous and fixed-minded woman. Other than my relationship with my father, she did not interfere into my personal life. She gave me independence. Meanwhile, my mother was dating someone for already 6 months. Her boyfriend, Mason, was a 45-year-old businessman who worked as a contractor. He was a pleasant, handsome man. The two of them had great chemistry. Mason had divorced his wife 5 years ago, and we would spend time together at every opportunity. He was fun to be around. I was also spending a lot of time with my female friend Sia. I considered her to be my best friend. She was a bit different from my other friends. She was mature for her age and would only date older and rich guys. Her family was doing well financially and they would send her money every month. But the money was not enough for Sia. She liked to live in luxury and buy expensive things. Once she told me she was in love. That's wonderful. Who is he? I asked her. We've been together for 2 months. The man is too charismatic. The way he talks, behaves blow my mind. He is a contractor. He is rich and he is generous, like spending money on me, Sia said. Is he married? I asked. Sia said he was divorced. Then she broke the shocking news. She said her boyfriend was 45 or 50. Are you out of your mind? You are only 19 years old. You should date someone your age. He should be 35 maximum, I reprimanded Sia. Then Sia started defending her boyfriend, describing what a wonderful man he was. If you met him, you would understand me. I want you to meet him, she said. I agreed. When I went home that day, my mother had a smile on her face. I have news for you. Mason has proposed to me, she said. I was extremely happy for my mom. When are you getting married? I asked. We are planning to marry in 8 months, she said. As you know, we are working together and he ensured the construction contract thanks to me. We can't marry before the contract is over as people will think he got the job because of me. The construction will be completed in 8 months, she explained. My mom and Mason were an amazing couple. He would shower her with attention and gifts. They were spending time together all the time. He was a gentleman. I was becoming jealous, yearning to have a man just like Mason. I was comparing Mason to my peers at university. The comparison made me realize I preferred older men. Meanwhile, Sia approached me after one of the lectures and told me not plan anything. She would introduce me to her boyfriend. We'll go to a very nice place, she said. I agreed. We took a taxi to a luxurious restaurant. Her boyfriend walked in, apologized for being late. I was shocked when I saw the man. Sia's boyfriend turned out to be Mason, my mother husband-to-be. Mason was also shocked when he saw me. We didn't say a word. Say sat at the table for about an hour. Unaware of the situation, Sia kept telling how much in love she was with Mason. We got up as soon as we ate dinner as Mason said he was tired. While I was thinking about how I would explain the situation to my mother when I got home, I decided not to say anything to anyone for now. The following day, Mason phoned me, asking for a meeting. I agreed to meet him after classes. I went straight to his office. As I walked through the door, he started convincing me how much he loved my mom. Believe me, it's not what you see. I love your mother very much. We're even thinking of getting married. You know it too, he said. Yes, but Sia says the same thing, I responded. Yes, I know. We had a relationship. But it wasn't anything serious. After meeting your mom, I wanted to leave Sia, but she refused to break up. She threatened to commit a suicide and told me she wouldn't let me go. When she told about you several times, I realized you were a clever girl. I thought I should meet you and explain the situation to you, presuming that a sane friend of hers would understand me and explain the situation to her better and convince her, Mason told me. He was doing his best to convince me. He seemed very sincere and I was convinced. I agreed that I would talk to Sia and convince her to leave Mason. I'll explain her the situation when the situation is right, I said. After some time, Sia started seeing another guy. It was a great opportunity for Mason. I told Mason the place where Sia and her new boyfriend would meet. Mason pretended to go there by chance. When he saw the two of them, he left without saying a word. This ended with a message. He texted her, asking her not to contact him again. Then he called me and told me he owed me a meal for helping him get rid of Sia. He invited me to a restaurant with a live music. We spent 2 hours in that place. We ate, danced, and even sang a song. Mason is very good at entertaining people around him. After leaving the restaurant, we got in the car. He was going to drop me off at home. We were in a good mood. Then he told he would take me somewhere nice. We went up a hill, the lights of the city looked very beautiful. He thanked me once again. Come on, I want to hug you, he said. Then he hugged me and kissed me on the cheek. I didn't make any sound, I think I wanted it too. Then he tired to put his hand under my skirt. I held his hand and told him to stop. He said nothing. He started the car and drove me home. I was confused. I don't know how to act.